Have you ever just stopped to think about the sheer variety of animal life on our planet? I mean, it is just staggering. We're surrounded by it, from the creatures in our own backyards to these, totally bizarre life forms hiding in the deep ocean. But what actually connects all of them? You've got these tiny jewel-like creatures, right? Like this little golden frog. Those brilliant colors, that's not just for show. It's actually a warning sign to predators, basically screaming, "Hey, I am not a tasty snack." And then you see these patterns that are just so beautiful and complex, it's hard to believe. Take the coat of a giraffe. Did you know that no two are ever exactly alike? It's pretty much nature's own unique fingerprint. Then you get to features that are so strange they look, well, almost alien. Like the multiple glossy black eyes of this spider. Each one gives it a totally different view of its world. Kind of creepy, but also amazing. And of course, there's the immense power and scale of the animal kingdom. When you see thousands of individuals, like this thundering herd of wild beasts, all moving together as one single entity, it's just awe-inspiring. Okay, so with all this incredible diversity out there, we're talking millions and millions of species, what's the common thread? What's the set of rules that connects them all? What fundamentally makes an animal an animal? Well, that's the puzzle we're going to solve today. It turns out, underneath all that variety, there's a set of really basic rules that every single animal follows. I don't care if it's the smallest mite or the biggest blue whale. So let's uncover the clues that tie them all together. All right, first up, reproduction. This is the absolute key characteristic, not just for animals, but for pretty much all living things. It's how a species keeps its story going, right? Creating new generations long after the individuals are gone. Think about it like this. These newborn mice, they aren't just tiny, cute creatures. They are the living, breathing embodiment of that rule. They're carrying the genetic legacy of their entire species forward into a new generation. Okay, next up is growth. And this is an incredible journey that every complex animal takes. You start as just one single cell. That cell divides, it multiplies, it starts to take shape, slowly building itself into a complete organism. It's not just about getting bigger, it's about growing in staggering complexity. Then we have movement. Most animals have this remarkable ability to get around on their own, and they do this using muscles, which are basically these bundles of specialized cells that contract and relax to pull on their skeletons and make things happen. I mean, just look at this frog. You could almost feel the potential energy that's coiled up in its legs. It's the perfect picture of an animal built for powerful, explosive movement, just ready to spring into action in the blink of an eye. And finally, our fourth rule. Nutrition. Now this is a big one. Unlike plants, which can just soak up sunlight and make their own food, animals have to eat other organisms. That's how they get the energy for literally everything, growing, repairing their bodies, and, just staying alive. This bee is a fantastic example of this rule in action. It's not just eating. This bee is a tiny flying engineer. It is actively gathering nectar and converting it into a high-energy fuel source, honey, that's going to power its entire colony. So there we have it, our 4 fundamental rules. But now, we get to the single most important question that biologists ask when they start trying to classify any animal. It's a really simple question, but the answer changes everything. All that incredible, mind-boggling diversity we saw earlier, it all basically hinges on the answer to this one question. And here it is. Ready? Does it have a backbone? That's it. That's the question. Animals that have a hard, jointed backbone are called vertebrates. And all the ones without one, well, those are the invertebrates. And this contrast is just fundamental. On one side, you have the caracal, a vertebrate, whose whole body is built around this complex internal skeleton. And on the other, you have the soft-bodied world of invertebrates. These aren't just different animals. They represent 2 completely different blueprints for how to build a body and survive on this planet. Now, we tend to think of vertebrates, mammals, birds, fish, as the main characters in the story of life. But the truth is, they're a tiny, tiny minority. The real silent majority, the true rulers of this planet, are the invertebrates. Get ready for this number, because it's a big one. A staggering 95% of all known animal species on Earth are invertebrates. That's right. To put it in another way, for every animal with a backbone, there are about 19 without one. Wild, right? And this group is just so unbelievably diverse.
It includes everything from spiders and corals to crabs, worms, and every single insect on the planet. In terms of sheer numbers and variety, they are the real rulers of the animal kingdom.
So, by starting with those 4 basic rules of life and then asking that one simple backbone question, we create this really powerful framework. It's the very first step scientists take to start making sense of the millions of animal species out there. And this framework really helps us appreciate the massive scale of their success. As the source material puts it, animals are perhaps the most dominant form of life on Earth. And that dominance comes from their incredible ability to move, adapt, and basically conquer every environment you can imagine. So we have this framework, right? A way to start understanding the animal kingdom. But that simple classification just opens the door to so many more questions. I mean, if 95% of species are invertebrates, just think about how many we haven't even discovered yet. What incredible new forms of life are still out there, just waiting for us to find them?